Hi, this is Ryan Shellhammer from Heights High School. So now I'm going to be covering my third of the 5 new technologies. And this third one is going to be a website called learn.genetics, and it's funded by Utah University. It's Utah EDU. And this is a great website for biology students. It's useful in a variety of ways. I don't even have to use it for one specific unit. I used this website 3 times last year to kind of divide work for my students. So it's pretty great. This is actually updated from the last time I've used it, so you can tell that they're pretty much going all over through this. And it has many different sections, a specific genetics section, cell biology, plants even, ecology, which is the unit we are in right now. So this would be fun to kind of dive into in the next week as I finish up ecology, and even evolution and human health. So it has extreme potential for every single unit. It could even be used down here when we get into this human health stuff. We could talk about it for anatomy and physiology, breaking down all these different parts of biology and how genetics is important in that. So I'm going to go over what I used last year, which was Learn Genetics first. So when we started talking about genetics last year, I used this website to introduce a variety of genetic information. So it helps you break down everything into certain modules. So as you can see, each gray heading has its own topics of tour of basic genetics, more about chromosomes, more about traits, more about DNA, more about inheritance, more about proteins, and it keeps going on and on. So the way that this is useful is you can now put the learning in the hand of your students. And the way I did this is I gave them all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 little gray headings. I called them modules. So you can show them how to do this on the projector and teach them that this is the heading, so it's the module that they'll be covering. And you tell them that in their notebooks they need to go through 2 of each. Doesn't matter which ones. They can do any of them. Or if there's a specific one that you want them to dive into and learn about, like what are DNA and genes, if you really want them to have to cover that, then you can explicitly say that and tell them that they need to click on this, read through it, watch the 1-minute video, and then take notes over it. So the way I did this is I had them sit down and they had their groups and they could listen, plug in their headphones, but they had to take notes in their notebooks. And before they could move on, I had to initial it to see that they covered it. So it puts the learning right in the hands of the student. And it's not only just these little reading things. There's these interactive games. So, for example, I can build my own DNA molecule right here. So it's easy. Just click to enable, allow. It's super simple. And eventually you get this loading screen and it allows you to build a DNA molecule. So this way they're going to have to learn what pairs with what. So if I don't know that T pairs with T, I'm going to go, okay, T. That didn't work. Maybe it's G. Nope. C. Nope. And finally A. So then I was like, okay, maybe A is going to be it again. So this allows them to kind of learn the base pairing rules. And if I did this long enough, it will actually tell me, I'm not going to do it as long as I can, but it will actually tell me based on the rate, based on my speed, it'll tell me it'll take me about a couple of years to break this down. So it even gives you that breakdown right here. Copying the genetic information in one cell using this activity would take more than 95 years. But our bodies do it in 6 to 8 hours. So it even exhibits the importance of speed. So that's just one, or actually really 2 ways that you can use this. But again, this is great for a variety of reasons, especially this home page. I can go through so many different levels. You could even use it for plants. So Learn.genetics, an extremely fun way to incorporate a technology into your classroom.